Y'all overrating the fuck out of this bitch and I'm tired of it. Yes, she can't fuck with this magic. Let's see why. Let's attack this chaos magic shit y'all love to bring up. So in the Iron Man annual, right, Contest of Chaos, Part 3, Spider-Man and Jessica Jones go holler at Clea, the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension, right? Cause she tells them, we finna look at the past to a time when chaos reigned supreme, right? Fantastic Four annual, Contest of Chaos, Part 4. Says all magic requires chaos. All life contains chaos. It is the first building blocks of our existence, right? But just as chaos can birth life, it can also destroy it. Chaos needs direction. It needs organization, as you see all these motherfuckers right here around that tree. That was the original purpose of many of my sisters, to contain the chaos and its destructive potential. We're gonna go to Defenders, issue 3, to the 5th Cosmos, right? In the 6th Cosmos, it was pure science, but they went back further in time. There's no science here. I can feel it. Only magic. Doctor Strange tells us that legend has it that the 5th Cosmos was where magic and sorcery were first formed. This is where the first sorcerers made the first rules. Raider, modern magic is more refined, but not more powerful. It is a finicky engine. I cannot control versus the pure blunt forces of this place. These are all the cosmos except the 4th one. He missing right now. This is the 5th Cosmos, where Doctor Strange and them was talking about. Maker of magic, weaver of the illusions of change. Let's go look at the new Phoenix, issue 8. Starts off by saying this is a beginning, but not the beginning, Gene. The beginning is nothing. Before the cosmos took form, we were a flicker in darkness, a manifestation of the universe's yearning for life. From the first thought that echoed through the emptiness, we were there. A guardian of creation, a catalyst for evolution. All life emerges from our flames, and so too shall we life return to them. We are the cycle of life itself, the promise that from every ending comes a new beginning. We are the Phoenix. So we know now that the damn Phoenix Force was before the first firmament. Ultimates 2, issue 6. When they explained in the beginning there was only one universe and motherfucker got bored of being alone, so it created life. So we know it's the first firmament, the Phoenix, then it's Wanda. How do I say Wanda magic? Well, we know that the war happened between the damn Celestials. That shit cracked the universe. His ass, the first firmament ran and watched as the first multiverse was born. The 2nd Cosmos. Now right here, right, is where this story get further explained in Defenders Beyond issue 2. When they was talking about the Celestials getting in the war and they broke that bitch up, creating the 2nd Cosmos and the first multiverse. A multiverse of possibility where each what if could become its own what is. An infinite possibility unchecked creates infinite instability, a super formless chaos. A new creation had to be maintained. That's where the Omegas, which is the Beyonder and shit, was created in the 2nd Cosmos. Now, this page is explained with the fact that all magic requires chaos, right? And the fact that Sorcerer Supremes was controlling that shit. That's one instance right there letting you know. Sorcerer Supreme is strong. They was the ones controlling all that shit. The same source of magic that Wanda uses, chaos magic. Now let's talk about her getting the strongest form of this shit from Cthulhu by absorbing Cthulhu and having the Darkhold inside of her, which is what this is. Now, Agatha tricked fucking Scarlet Witch. This is after she had her fight with Scarlet Witch. And they had this statement where basically her strength is on such a scale as the living tribunal. Which when they fucking fought right here, that motherfucker didn't feel that shit. Not only do she admit that Agatha's more skilled than her with magic, but that skill don't matter if I could flip the table over her shit, right? This is all part of Agatha's plan. That's how she fooled Scarlet Witch. She lets us know how she did it. A simple sleight of hand of abracadabra. Start by getting her angry, and she does have a temper. Some parasitic eggs in her tea, nothing she couldn't handle, but from there, she thinks only about the pain, and of course, proving that she's above it. She acts out, kicking off a cross-dimensional duel to show her strength. Then surrender to sprinkle in some real people at how far she's come. Reconcile, give her what she expects because she expects she's right. Help her forget that it's all began with some tea that she hardly remembers. What's that young woman's phrase? A spoonful of honey? A spoonful of eggs is shock enough to hide what was in the tea. Me, a clipping a shade of the real thing, questioning deep into her soul. Put a piece of herself to go inside of Wanda, right? And take Cthulhu's heart. which we know later created this boy right here, the Darkhold. Not only that, if you reading Werewolf by Night, the recent one, this is after Blood Hunt. He got a piece of the Darkhold inside of his blood too. Like big as hell and shit right now. Now after she fought the Griever, when she was using chaos magic, letting that shit go because these motherfuckers are strong as fuck. In her chaos form, the Darkhold shit, right? And at this time, she didn't have the Darkhold. She just had Cthulhu inside of her. The Griever murked her ass. Now, when she came back, she was different, right? And the Queen of Nevers, which is possibility itself, made her a herald while she was dead. The Grievers, this her sister. And she tells Wanda, you think just because you wanted my sister's creation on me, shit. You're simply weak. You chained Cthulhu because you couldn't destroy him, but I can. Even universal concepts, even death itself will meet my end. So you see she beating the fuck out of Wanda right here. This where motherfucking help came through on Wanda, right? And she was able to get a distraction. To take her to the moon where she up here talking shit, talking about some, I found powerful wisdom among the dead. My hexes, my magic, everything you fear is born in the same place. Me. While her ass got a whole fucking spacesuit on. Cause she can't fucking breathe up there, which is stupid because we seen her breathe somewhere the fuck else. But I guess she can't breathe in actual space. She says she's stronger than ever right here too, right? I am Frieder, Griever, with possibility as my patron, right? She keeps saying that shit. She got the power of possibility. Remember that shit. So she takes the Griever off the damn moon, right? Sends her back to Earth. The Griever hit her ass with that unmade beam again, but this time the shit ain't work. Because you see right here, that's a hex. Not her own hex though. As you see, the Griever just cut through that shit, and she keeps saying, possibility is whatever, and I can do that shit, basically. The Griever braked her damn hex, right? She was like, the edge of reality severs all with even my sister's hyperdimensional wards. AKA, she had help. She would have died again if it wasn't for that hex. So when the Griever broke her fucking sword, it trapped her into the narrative and shit like that. Trapped her in this reality. Talking about she's improvising and shit. This is when they eventually fucking beat her ass. Quicksilver hit her ass with that damn kick that sent her essence through time and shit, and Scarlet Witch did this shit to her. Then the damn Queen of Nevers right here was basically saying like, yeah, this round go to me. As you see, they jumped the fuck out of the Griever. And she needed help to get back to life from the hex fucking finder. Also want to bring up the fact she tried to use a probability hex thing, but that shit ain't work on these motherfuckers, right? Probability, I keep bringing it up for a reason. She also was able to do like a hex for luck and shit. It was almost working, but it didn't. She could do that shit too, right? But during Blood Hunt, she couldn't close down the entire dimension's energy that was forcing its way into the damn thing. And she commented on the fact that it's like punching Galactus. I brought that up because this motherfucker kept arguing me with that goddamn, that Contest of Chaos issue 3 with the damn magic shit. And he said Strange wouldn't do anything nowhere in power level as Wanda, right? Galactus right here was fighting everybody in Marvel. Bro was killing gods, taking magically amped shots from Black Bolt that didn't do shit, amped by fucking Scarlet Witch, who ended up pulled up on him with all these other motherfuckers and got murked. Galactus was destroying all the reality. Doctor Strange was the one to beat his ass and ultimately bring back all the reality. But that part was with help from the Living Tribunal. But this feat right here puts that shit up there with her. Back to Blood Hunt. Remember that probability shit I'm talking about? So not only did this random ass fucking vampire come through and was eating her chaos magic and had her ass hostage, Blade tells us she had a spell to kill all the vampires, right? But it wasn't in her. Why you didn't use probability to change up the fucking spell if you're the Darkhold itself, right? Why it take you 5 issues for the Avengers to come through to save your fucking ass? And you still couldn't use probability because you didn't want to wipe out an entire fucking people, but you're the fucking living Darkhold, right? Why don't you use the fucking your probability to change up the fucking spell? It took Dr. Doom, who right now is the Sorcerer Supreme in the magic that she got to take a week just to weaken it, to tell us that not only the shit that brought around the dark dimension is old as fuck, pre-Atlantean, but it's a spell pinned by the same hands that inked the Darkhold in them dark days, aka Cthulhu, the motherfucker that's inside of you. If you that powerful, you should have been able to stop Dr. Doom from becoming the Sorcerer Supreme in the fucking first place. To stop the Blood Hunt, and this shit wouldn't fucking happen. The one world under Doom. And your ass wouldn't be up here trying to fucking weaken the Sorcerer Supreme magic. But we know after the fight with Griever, you lost Cthulhu too. So you ain't got the Darkhold, and Cthulhu is out of your ass right now. And before that, the Fear Teacher was beating your ass. Shit, before he transformed, you pulled up. You was able to keep him down for a second. But when you seen that letter L, warding against your magic, You got fucked up. When he transformed into the fear teacher though, he beat your ass. After he beat Thor ass, you tried to get up and fight. He was like, magic? How delightful. I'm not magic myself. The people of Young too, however, are. It's in the soil there. It's in the water, in the air, the very atmosphere. Over time, it has changed the genetic makeup of its population. It hasn't changed me. I'm afraid. I'm still a product of dull biology and breathtaking science. His ass jumped up in there and cracked her ass. But I've been taught all about magic. It's all about its different permutations, how they're all based on the same fundamental principles. Magic is just another science, really. And once you understand that, you can adapt to it. You can overcome it. And he was finna hit her ass again, but that's when Captain Marvel pulled up. Before you lost Cthulhu, you needed an original spell just to open a portal where Sam Wilson and fucking Black Panther was at, so you can break them out of that shit where they're held at. And that was all because of this fucking tree. That the only thing that you and Doctor Strange could do was bind it and put a damn barrier around the tree. So Iron Man and Captain Marvel wanted to go see about Thor because that motherfucker knows about the old magic. That's his specialty. So when they told Thor about that shit, right, he was like, show me the tree. He get over there and look at it. He's like, yeah, I do know what this is. This is the dreaming tree insomnia, the slumberer. A tree that signals an affliction that kills all life, all to feed Somnia's tree. If we do not eradicate it, humanity is doomed. She couldn't fuck with it until they found the damn original spell. Eventually, this played a part of how they got rid of that goddamn tree. So you screaming at me talking about somebody, she got primordial chaos, don't mean a fucking thing. I don't give a fuck what Blade said. She had probability and all that shit. She should have changed the spell. Same spell that came from the same shit she uses to fucking cause her chaos magic and shit. I'ma end this shit with this. Y'all keep using this fucking Contest of Chaos Part 3. This page right here, right? Let's go to the final issue of that Contest of Chaos in the Avengers, where her and the rest of the Avengers pulled up to fight the people she assembled. Like fucking Cyclops was fighting Scarlet Witch, and he was knocking her ass with that damn blast. He was finna do it again until fucking Captain Marvel came through and stopped his ass. All in all, that shit was just funny to me. I just wanted to bring that up, because y'all love bringing that shit up, but don't want to talk about the whole story and how that shit went down with the chaos magic and her using that shit. Why she didn't use the probability of just basically saying that her magic don't fucking work so that she could stop this bitch from creating a damn new Darkhold and didn't have to fucking jump her with Captain Marvel. Because it's fucking limits to her damn power. She ain't this omnipotent ass, she could do whatever the fuck she soloed, that all that shit y'all be saying. Stop saying that shit. She over fucking rated like a motherfucker. Y'all be overrating the fuck out of her. I done showed you all this shit, and that was a small version of the damn way they been writing her ass and let you know she's not like that. She's cold, but she ain't like that the way that y'all be trying to put her out there to be. Because regardless if she didn't want to use that spell or not during Blood Hunt, this fucking unknown ass vampire shouldn't have been eating her fucking magic and fucked her ass up for 5 issues. She should have used the probability of this shit not working. She should use the probability of they couldn't keep her ass hostage. Nah, she needed to be saved. So cope with the fact it's gonna take her a week just to fucking weaken this spell. But she could have did something to stop that shit. And I'm not gonna argue with y'all. I'm just gonna let the books keep fucking coming out and showing y'all what the fuck I keep saying.